Hey there, DO participants. It's registered dietitian Caroline and it's registered nurse Maggie, and we're back here at PESFIT in the Norridge area of Williamsburg. We're excited to go through a couple of ideas for you so that you can exercise at home without feeling like you always have to walk to the mailbox and take that long walk or even get to the gym. Okay, so there's a couple different hacks that you can use at home when you're unable to get out. We've enclosed a strength workout from home for you to do, and we wanted to emphasize that there's lots of different modifications on the same exercise in order to get that done. So in the exercise portion of your binder, please pull out the strength workout from home. You'll see that there are 3 mini circuits. We're going to go over some modifications for each of those exercises so you can experiment with what feels right for you. And remember, if it doesn't feel right, if it hurts, don't do it. Okay, make sure you've got your doctor's approval. All right, so in the at the beginning, you'll see mini circuit number 1. We have push-ups. Some people think that you have to be a new recruit in the military to do a push-up, but don't worry, this could be you. Most of you, okay? We're gonna go through 2 different ways to get that push-up done. All right, Nurse Maggie, let's go.
All right. So one way is you can find a lower thing. You can either do this directly on the ground if you have the strength, or you can just
Or it could be on the wall. This way you can be as close as you need to be. Okay, so you can see we both did a push-up. Maggie used a bench. You could also use your kitchen counter. I used the wall, and we simply were bringing our bodies towards our fingers, okay? So be careful, watch your shoulders, watch your neck, and make sure you're taking good care of yourself. Don't do it if it hurts. All right, so now we're gonna show you a couple variations of a row using bands. Those of you who are working with our occupational therapy have received bands from us. You can use those here. If you're not working with the occupational therapist, maybe you have bands at home. They're pretty inexpensive to pick up, and so maybe you would want to do that. All right, let's show them some modifications on the row. All right, guys, so you can see that you can use the band to pull towards you, or you can actually use a prop like this, okay, to wrap the band around. That can work great. Some of you might also have dumbbells and things like that, in which case, you gotta make sure you know what you're doing, okay? There's lots of good videos out there to help, and resources like PESFIT that will also be able to help you. All right, so then after that, the mini circuit, you would do the push-up, then the row, then we would wanna add just a quick cardio burst for about a minute. So Maggie's gonna do that on the chair, and I'm gonna just do that in place. So we would just simply do this. It's fine. Anyone can do this in the chair or up and about. If you really felt ambitious, go ahead and walk around, okay? That's mini circuit number 1. So complete exercise 1, 2, 3, and repeat that several times. 3 or 4 times would be great. Now we're ready to move on to mini circuit number 2. Okay, so now we're talking about mini circuit number 2. The first thing that we're gonna do is a squat. Maggie's gonna show you the full version of a squat. I'm gonna show one though that might be a little bit easier from the chair, okay? And we'll call it a stand-up sit-downs. Go ahead, Maggie. Get started with your squat from a side angle. I'll move this. So Maggie's getting her glutes involved. But I'm gonna go ahead and sit down, take it easy, and stand back up.
I think you got the easier one.
I think I do. So we'll do about 8 to 12, whatever feels good. But if you're seated for a large part of the day, good idea to get up a couple times and do just a couple sit-ups, stand downs, or full squats if that feels good on the knees. So show us a squat that wouldn't feel good on the knees from the side view, Maggie.
Anything where you're leaning forward too much.
Notice how her knees came forward right there? We don't want that. We want you to really push your bummy back, okay? And so that way your knees are gonna stay on top of your foot. There you go. That's gonna protect your knee better. And that's all we're looking to do here, okay? So don't do it if it hurts, but try to get into it so that you can work your thighs and your bum a little bit without hurting those knees, okay? So that is exercise number 1. Now we're gonna get into exercise number 2, which is a lunge. Some people can do a forward lunge like Maggie's gonna do, but I'm gonna pretend that I'm on my kitchen counter and I'm gonna hold on to that counter and I'm just gonna take a step back. Just take a little step back. All right, do you wanna show us a forward one? Sure. You can see that we're very different in the way that we do it, but we're accomplishing similar objectives by using similar muscle groups, okay? So again, I'm just taking a little step back. I don't have to go really low. I can just take a little step back. Maggie's going really low and she's coming forward. So we want to protect your knee, protect your body by using props like your kitchen counter or maybe the top of a couch, something sturdy, and make sure that you're doing what you need to be doing in order to get some benefit from the exercise without putting yourself at risk. Okay, so now let's go into the third exercise of mini circuit number 2. This is going to be a military press. You can use a heavy pillow or something maybe heavy around your home. Be careful. If you have any kind of shoulder discomfort, be very careful with identifying with your range of motion to make sure that you're not overdoing it, okay? So right here, I'll do a modified military press with a pillow.
Then I will come on with some dumbbells. You can use soup cans or anything else. That is a good weight. You just don't want it too heavy because you don't want to put too much pressure on your shoulders.
Great. So do exercise 1, 2, and 3 of mini circuit number 2 before 3 to 4 times total before moving on to mini circuit number 3. And thanks for coming back. We are at mini circuit number 3. Okay, so now you've done mini circuit number 1 and mini circuit number 2, and you've gone through each exercise a couple of times before progressing to the next mini circuit. Now we're at mini circuit number 3, and these are where we're gonna work our smaller muscle groups here, okay? So we're gonna do bicep curls. I'm gonna do them with a ball. You might have a heavy pillow at your house or something else, that maybe your purse that you can use. You're gonna lock your elbows down and you're just gonna raise it up. Maggie's got fancier equipment, so she's gonna use the dumbbells. So that's just the exercise number 1 for mini circuit number 3. If you're doing the next one, this is gonna be a triceps extension. And so you can do one like this, and I'll do one overhead. Okay, so if you're gonna do overhead, you might go all the way up here and then leave your elbows locked and just extend. Okay, so here's another way of doing the same muscle group, okay? And then Maggie, yes, great. You can do this with a soup can as well, or maybe a water bottle. Take your water bottles and try that. It'll work just the back part of the arm. A lot of people are kind of weak back there, and that can exacerbate some shoulder issues. So it's a good thing to make sure that we work both the front of the muscle and the back. Then we want to do biceps, then the triceps, and then we're going to want to implement a little bit of cardio in there too. So on mini circuit number 3, exercise 3, you'll just simply see a little side step. So I like doing this with a friend better. If you have a dog, they'll like it when you do this too, okay? But you're just going side step to side step to keep the blood pumping there a little bit. Okay, so now you've got 3 different mini circuits. If you go through each one, maybe 3 or 4 times, it's gonna take you 20 minutes. And I've had people really stick to this regimen. As simple as it is, it's so easy. Alternatively, there's lots of good things on YouTube. There's lots of videos. Break out some of those old Jade Fondas if you have them. But I like being here at PestFit too.
Yes.
All right, well, great. Thanks so much for exercising with us.